Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I think we heard this before, didn't we? And I had a title a while ago with another video, and I was stating that we're going to keep hearing Zelensky wanting to talk to Putin and then changing his mind, and then again wanting to talk to Putin and again changing his mind, and then Boris Johnson telling him not to talk and then wants to talk. That's the way it's going to be. They're not going to talk. Zelensky is not going to talk to Putin about any peace talks because his masters will not allow him. And if they're going to allow him, it's just going to be for the media to make it in such a way that, he couldn't reason with Putin. I guarantee you. If that happens, I don't think it's going to happen. Those guys are not going to be in the same room pretty soon. So let's go and see. This article is from Republic World from today, May 13, 2022, and it's titled Russia-Ukraine War. Zelensky says he's ready to talk with Putin. Okay, great. Tomorrow, tonight, let's do it now. So he says he's ready to talk with the Russian president, and that, and I'm quoting, we must find an agreement, but with no ultimatum or a condition. What are you talking about? Let's say no ultimatum. But conditions will be, wouldn't they? When you negotiate, you're going to, say something. These are the conditions under which, anyway, I don't think it's going to happen, but nevertheless. Zelensky also told Italian Rai State TV in an interview scheduled to be broadcast on Thursday night that Ukraine will never recognize Crimea as part of Russia, which annexed that part of southern Ukraine in 2014. And I'm quoting, Crimea has always had its autonomy. It has its parliament, but on the inside of Ukraine, Zelensky said. Right. The interviewer asked the Ukrainian leader about a comment by French President Emmanuel Macron cautioning against any humiliation of Putin. And he said, we want the Russian army to leave our land. We aren't on Russian soil, Zelensky replied. We won't save Putin's face by paying with our territory. That would be unjust. In another comment, Zelensky sounded a forward-looking note. And I'm quoting, we have to think of the future of Russia. I, as president of Ukraine, say they are our neighbors. There will be other presidents, and other generations of Russia, Zelensky said. Well, doesn't seem to me it's going to be any conversation ever or soon, because they want to drag this war. The goal is not Ukraine. Let's put it this way. The goal of this is to bring Russia back to its period between 1991 and 1999. That's the goal, or even worse than that. So that's my assessment of all this. And why? Let's put it clear. Why would, let's say, United States or Europe have a strong, independent, economically and militarily and politically Russia? Che bono. Why would it benefit for? Why? Because that means they're going to deal with a partner or with an equal. They don't want to deal with an equal. They would, put conditions on the table and say, yeah, we're going to give you gas, or we're going to do this, if this and this, and you have to respect that. You can't use threats and blackmail like you can use with other bottom feeder countries. So you don't want that. Why would you want? You want to impose. You don't want to have a partnership. A partnership is for us, just to, keep us quiet and go to work and pay taxes. It's not for them. They don't want partners. They want to dictate. And the same with Russians. The Russians would not want the European Union to be strong or the United States be strong. No, it's not because Russia is inherently evil or inherently good. It's human nature. More or less, it's it's a covert way of control. Like for instance, look at the democratic countries. We're supposed to know. We're supposed to have these elected officials, and they should answer to our, demands, because they just represent our will over there. But somehow things are seem to be in reversed, like reversed position. It's not that they represent us there. It sometimes seems that they do stuff without our consent or our even not even asking us. Asking us, you would say how? I mean, that's a representative democracy. There's the possibility and the option of referendum. Always it is. Always. For important things, yes. And excuse me, I know that this argument was always placed against referendum by these jackals. That means we're going to vote every day for every little thing. We cannot go to work anymore. We'll be voting all the time. This is their argument because they push it to an extreme. So they argue by extremes, using extremes. You don't argue like that. I mean, I can fantasize like that on the other extreme, but we're going to be like an Alice in Wonderland. No. How many very important issues could face a country, not in a year, because once you solve it, you don't have to do it every year. Let's say 10. One every month in a year. And after 10, you're not going to come back the next year with the same thing. Let's say you're going to talk about, let's talk about immigration. Nicely, you put it over there, you vote, see how people decide, and then you act upon it. You don't have to do it next month with immigration, next year, or next 10 years. You do it, let's say, every generation, every 30 years. And then you go to the next one. Should you help, I don't know, should you provide aid to 50,000 countries on this planet? Do you want to? Then do you want to give Pakistan how many billions? Do you want to give Egypt? You want to give Israel? Who do you want to give? Do you want, or you want to keep the money for you? You don't have to vote every year again. So again, here with this with the Russia and with United States, nobody wants to have a partner. They want to be on top. They want to be the ones that are just dictating to the others, and they have the power. And Russia became too strong, too independent. That's the reality. Maybe not necessarily strong because you could say, oh, you know what, it's just its economy, it's of like Italy's economy, even though it's more than that, but they just minimize that. But let's say Italy's. But it's functional. Look at its economic achievements since 2000. I made a video, I don't know, about 2 months ago about this, and I took year by year how it escalated, how it went up like that, more than any other one, more than European countries or United States. Yeah, they're big economies. Yes, that's already industrialized. It's true, but that's up. It's not down. So nevertheless, this meeting between Zelensky and Putin, I do not think will ever happen because first, if they're both alive, the guys behind Zelensky will not allow that because that's not the goal. What peace? No peace. They don't want peace unless Russia is kneeled, and when it's kneeled, they're going to ask, we want Putin removed. That's going to be a precondition. I guarantee you that. We're not going to discuss with you any peace treaty or anything unless Putin is gone. That's a precondition. If NATO and wins, that I guarantee you that, because I saw this before and you did too. Just look back a few years ago. Oh, if he goes away, we're going to talk to you. If he doesn't, if he stays, a regime change. Remember that? Look at Assad, for instance. The same thing. He needs to go. Says who? The Syrian people or 3 politicians in Washington, D.C.? But they like democracy. They like democracy when it works their way. So no meeting, even though he said, yeah, I will meet Putin every day for a coffee. Hopefully they meet, but I have doubts. So thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you in a moment. We got many articles here.